Well, I think what it did was it tore my heart out. It tore my heart out more than anything. To know that Brandon wasn't there. That he wasn't there to receive what I had to offer more than anything else. Basically, the story is pretty simple. Brandon ended up, after in hindsight, we found out that he was homeless. He was living in a dumpster behind a strip mall in Detroit. Got arrested for an open warrant related to some theft-related issues, as addicts would have. And we got the phone call, said he's in jail. And that's where the journey started. So when I reflect back on what I did for Brandon, that was what I did for Brandon, was just let him know on a daily basis that he was loved and that whatever it is he was going through, he could get through this if he wanted to, but if he needed an arm or a leg or a push or a hug, that I was going to be the guy that was there for him. This whole scenario with Brandon went on for about 18 months. And it was a cycle, it was a repeat cycle. He got in trouble with the law, he'd get arrested, he'd go to court, he'd go in jail, he'd get released, he would steal, but it was a cycle. Usage, theft, crime, theft, usage, homeless, disappear. And there was a point in time, right about 18 months into this cycle, where one day Brandon had lost his job, he had stolen my TV set, he was missing in action, and I was sitting on the back porch of the house, as I often did when Brandon was gone. And I would always say a prayer for his, his health and well-being, and at the same time just trying to reflect on where I'm at. And that one final moment at that point was I was sitting on that porch going, wow, I've been doing this a lot lately. And the reality hit me is that, Dave, you're going through a cycle that won't end. It never ends, never ends. And that's when I said, I need to get off of this roller coaster. It was like I need to get some sense of control. And instinctively, the first thing I thought about was the things that help me get control more than anything else is when I do something to start my day with clarity and focus, and it's usually exercise related. And I said, and so that's how I ended up on the 100 pedal cycle was, maybe I need to get up and just start my day riding my bike. I thought, well, maybe I need to challenge myself. Maybe I need to set an example for Brandon, something like that. And so I started to brainstorm what would be a challenge. So maybe if I said, ride my bike 100 days, wow, that's 3 months, let's see, that's 14 weeks. That started to come to me as being a bit of like a scary challenge. Like, I don't know, could I do that? I'm pretty sure I can, but, and so as a result, I chose 100 days out of the blue to test me, to say, give myself a challenge that would be a little bit more difficult than the realm of easy possibility. I came home from the bike ride, and the bike ride was over, but the thoughts didn't stop. And because the thoughts didn't stop, I said, I gotta capture this, I gotta do something with it. So I literally changed my clothes, sat down on my computer, and started to write. The biggest surprise with that whole thing is that I started getting notes from people saying, I love your sayings, I love your quotes, I love your blog. And then I would get these little follow-up notes from people saying, just when I was looking for a voice, you showed up. I'm thinking, wow, really? And I got that a couple of times thinking, there's more to my message than just my message. There's an opportunity for other people to benefit from it. And I thought, I never expected that. I was doing this therapeutically for me. 100 Pedals is a lesson in adversity. We are all going through something. We all experience something. Some of them are more painful and frustrating and challenging than others. But every one of us is going through something. And 100 Pedals is that lesson through adversity that says, how do I get through this to something else? Because there's got to be something better.